Are we live? Okay. I mean, this could all be.
Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing is we don't have to like be like
rigid.
Yeah, because you can cut all this out.
Yeah. Or I can keep it all.
This will be like a blooper reel.
This is the intro.
Yeah, it should be. And keep in mind that we are completely ignorant and uneducated on everything we talk about. So we're not trying to act like we're experts on any of this.
We are not.
So on last week's episode, I started asking Kenny some questions about talent buying over at 115 Bourbon Street. So for this episode, we're going to start off with part 2 of that interview. Here we go. Like as far as the calendar goes, so like when you were referring to how it used to be 2 stages, and I remember that.
Yeah.
There'd be bands,
We used to do 2 bands every Friday.
2 bands.
Every Friday and Saturday, so you're talking 4 bands.
4 bands
in 2
a weekend.
days.
Yeah. So then now that you only have the one stage that you're focusing on. I mean, every
Right.
once in a while you do like the tribute bands in the performance hall.
Yeah, we'll still do. Basically, the performance hall is a multi-purpose room at this point. So it's private events, concerts, wrestling, boxing. It's anything. It's whatever.
Yeah. So, but now you have like between the bands, the mainstays at Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
There's even less room.
Yes.
For these bands to get in. So it should be almost like a feeding frenzy. Like if you get a chance, if I was in a band, a brand new band.
Yeah.
Like. And I'm playing here with Smells Like Nirvana in March.
Yeah.
I haven't played here with that band. So
that's their first hand.
So I feel that pressure on our end to make sure that the show goes decent enough.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, there won't be a second show. So
no. And that's what sucks is like Bourbon Street doesn't have, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, if it doesn't work, maybe we could try it again at some point, but who knows?
Yeah.
It's no guarantee. But if you do have a show on the books, like you're saying, and it's your first time, it's like that's...
You gotta prove yourself.
Be like, this might be the only time we play here. You know, basically, you got to earn that slot.
Yeah,
you got to earn the next slot
for sure.
You know what? That's sort of everybody at this point. There's no guarantees for anybody at this point. Everybody's got to earn their spot. You play a show. Some bands it'll be a little bit more lenient. Obviously, we've talked about if there's bad weather. There's other stuff that we're not stupid here. Like we'll consider all the factors. So.
But if you have if there's a shitty weather day, and then you go look and the band was doing sponsored posts, because now like back in the day you couldn't tell if people were putting money behind posts, but now you can.
Yeah.
So you can see. So if you see a band that's doing that, that's putting some resources behind the show, as opposed to a band that doesn't do anything,
right?
You're more willing to give the band that actually invested in their own product a second chance.
And we're not talking on investing millions of dollars here.
Right.
And I know this is low budget here. This is we're all scraping by here. So it's like, do what you can.
Yeah.
If it's $20 you can throw on it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and if it's done correctly, $20 can go a long way on a post.
Yeah.
If it's done right.
And you're seeing it now because you do have the bands that you have. You have the hair band night, the boy band night, the Ron Burgundies, the country night.
Yeah.
So you're also seeing it from that end too now. So.
Yes. Yeah. So it's hard to, it's sort of hard to like, because I'm in the same boat as the bands too.
Yeah.
We're the same band. I'm in the same boat as if I'm booking a band, I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
So, which is actually, in my opinion, in Bourbon Street's opinion, has made us a stronger entertainment. The way we're doing things is because, I'm kind of seeing all the angles now.
Yeah.
You're seeing. I know what the band goes through, and I understand, but I also know what now Bourbon Street has higher expectations of what we expect out of the bands to put effort promotion wise.
Yeah.
It's different. Like you said, back in the day, it's send posters and email blasts, whatever. Now it's like, it's a different game now.
Totally.
And Bourbon Street spends a lot of money every week. Just ask Vince, because he calls me every week. We spend a lot of money on Facebook ads for all the various things that we do.
Yeah.
And it reflects. I mean, Bourbon Street has been around for a long time, and it's still going strong.
Yeah.
And it's basically adapting to the times, and staying current.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the bands need to do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And now the thing is, back in the day again, flyering and all that shit. Whereas a band could be like, whoa, we did all this promotion. There was no physical evidence of it. Whereas
Right.
now,
Right. Now you can see it,
You can
yeah.
actually see if
Yeah.
a band's doing it. And like, I think Louder Now is probably the best example. I worked lights for them that night,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. And it was like, that's one of the good young bands that are coming out, and they're actually
Yeah, I mean, it's
investing in themselves. And I think that's the thing too. I do hear a lot, for those who follow me on social media,
Yeah.
I am very opinionated. I'm very open-minded, but I certain things I will intervene in, and one
there's
of them
some
is
politics stuff on your page.
there's politics, and I had to make a separate page strictly for the politics.
Okay, that's good.
But I see bands that really think, and I see memes and people saying how, it's not the band's responsibility to get people in the door; it's the club's responsibility. And I've gotten in a lot of serious arguments with my peers about this.
Yeah,
saying,
that's insane.
Yeah, like if it's done right, it's a 50-50 thing. But even if,
Yeah.
the club didn't put any money behind it. Well, did you put any money behind it? Like,
Well, at the end of the day, the club is all, there's different situations because, you're either playing for the door possibly versus a flat fee. And
Right.
that does change that a little bit, I guess. But as far as I'm concerned about what you just said, there's two perspectives here. So me as a talent buyer from Bourbon Street, we will promote the show. We do a boosted post for every show every week, whatever we got going on that weekend. So
Yeah.
it may not be hundreds of dollars, but it's going to be out there. It's going to be on everything we have. It's going to be
Yeah.
on all the calendars and throughout the building and all that.
yeah,
You're not going to get that out of most clubs. I'll be honest with you. A lot of clubs
yeah,
are lacking in the marketing department. From the band end of that, so being on the boy band night, hair band night side of that, a country night, Burgundy's side of that,
yeah,
I look, okay, we book a show, I immediately expect nothing from the club. Like that's a bonus.
yeah,
Like we will market the fuck out of our shows on our end.
yeah,
I don't ask the club anything. I don't, if they want me to send them some stuff, I will.
yeah,
But I like to take it into our own hands,
Yeah.
and I see that with a lot of the bigger bands, and that's the way it should be, because don't worry about what the club's going to do. Like they hired you to play, to entertain the crowd, to get people in their bar and buy drinks.
Yeah.
They need people in the door to buy those drinks
Yeah.
so they can stay in business.
yeah,
So, so I think a lot of bars, when 100% somebody booking especially if it's an owner booking the band, like they're booking that band because they want you to bring people.
yeah,
So it's like, as a band, in my opinion, it's on you.
yeah,
And anything the club does is a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm just happy if the club puts it on their calendar.
yeah.
Puts it on their website, because you might not even get that sometimes.
Yeah, we've run it with the hairband. We've run
Sure,
there
I
was
mean,
a couple
it's-
flubs here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super anal about the Bourbon Street calendar. Like I keep it like constantly updated. The Facebook page is constantly updated.
Yeah.
Like even after every morning I make sure everything's current.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that, but not every club, is like that.
For sure.
And not every band is like that. I go on bands' pages and they, their last post on Facebook was 3 months ago, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of a turnoff, on a buyer end.
And that was going again to when I asked that,
Yeah.
if a band reaches out, do you checking social media, checking all that stuff just to see if there's a buzz, and then
Well, honestly, my main thing is, back in the day, they're sending CDs and shit
Yeah.
in, like
Yeah.
that. Obviously, that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
EPKs, like all that.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, it's cute, but it's not even necessary to me. I'd rather see some cell phone video footage, because
you see what you actually get.
I want to see what's the realness here, not some studio mixed, highlight reel.
Yeah.
I want to know what the hell you guys look
Actually
and sound
sound.
like.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't got to sound fucking great, but at least I can get a feel for what's
actually gonna come
You
in.
can kind of feel the energy that in that room or whatever off of, even if it's just some random girl putting up a freaking cell phone video.
Yeah.
I think that's more important.
Just to wrap it up, what would you say are the 3 most important things?
3?
3.
Oh shit.
At least 3. Or no, at the most 3.
3
The 3 most important things that bands should do
to appeal.
to appeal, yeah.
Well,
Don't be assholes.
Like I said, one, I think at this day and age, and it sounds crazy to say this, but I really think the concept and the idea of the band is first, and then second is putting on a fucking great show and sounding amazing. Mm-hmm. Because I think that concept and that idea is going to be what catches an eye.
For sure.
First.
Yeah.
And then being kick-ass and putting on a kick-ass show is second. Mm-hmm. And then third is your presence on social media, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, once that band plays, once they step on stage, then the most important thing is how good is that fucking band?
Yeah.
How tight? How good are they? How's their energy? How's the connection to the crowd? All that stuff. That's obviously number one.
Yeah.
Once you step on that stage.
Yeah.
But as far as like the talent buyer end of it, like looking for shit, it's like what's jumping out? Like what cool concept is like, that's interesting. Like like we said, Louder Now doing the pop punk.
Yeah.
We've had Lincoln Experience.
Yeah.
They were a new Linkin Park tribute to the scene, which we had, and they had a great show too,
Yeah.
first time in, because the concept,
Yeah.
a little bit of the timing,
For sure.
with Chester's situation. Back in the day when I had Who's Bad for the very
I
first
was
time.
just going to say that.
The Michael Jackson tribute, which we used to do here a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes timing does come into
for
play
sure.
for a tribute act, but
For sure.
yeah. But those are the 3.
Well, great. Well, thank you, Kenny.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
We're going to take a short break, and when we return, me and Kenny are going to play the DM game where I have to guess if the message is from his inbox or from my girlfriend Sarah's inbox, and we're going to delve a little bit more into the actual direct messages. Be right back.
So New Year's Eve is coming up pretty fast. There's a post on Bourbon Street's Facebook page. And basically, if you go on there and you tag somebody in the comments, we're going to give away basically a raffle of a pair of tickets for New Year's.
Yeah.
So just to enter yourself, all you got to do is tag somebody in the comments, and then every time you tag somebody, you get an entry into the pool of raffleness.
So each name you tag is there you go. Each tag you do is like a raffle ticket.
Yeah, and then we'll. I think it'll end maybe the Friday before New Year's, and we'll post the winners on Facebook. But we'll also tag the winners so they'll know.
Yeah.
We'll contact them.
Yeah.
But we'll publicly make a post saying these are the winners, or this is the winner. Be one winner, and you get 2 tickets.
Yeah, which is a steal.
And then,
awesome.
bourbon's, we've been talking about it. The package for New Year's Eve, $75, open bar 9 to 1, dinner buffet, breakfast buffet, entertainment, the hairband nights up front, 80s hair metal. Mm-hmm. You got rendition in the saloon doing country plus dance, top 40 stuff. Mm-hmm. You also got DJ Gator in there, before and after rendition. And the performance hall is a giant nightclub, basically.
Yeah.
So you got, it's all dance music from open till close.
Yeah, and that includes import beers, Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much every form of alcohol, except for crazy top
Yeah,
shelf.
everything except for the super premiums, like the Johnny Walker stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we even carry anyway. So I don't think it would matter. But yeah, so check that post out so you can win some tickets to New Year's Eve.
Z105.
And we're back!
We now return to your regular programming.
Okay, so we're we're gonna do another segment of the DM readings.
Yes.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read some DMs from. It's either gonna be from mine or from Tony's girlfriend Sarah. But Tony doesn't know, and he's gonna guess after I read whose
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
So we'll jump right in.
And we did this in one of the prior episodes. I can't remember which
Yeah,
one.
this is like our bit.
Yeah,
this is our main bit now.
This is our thing.
Okay. All right, here's the first one. Now I'm gonna read. It's a couple. Messages.
Okay.
0 responses. These people are ridiculous. Okay, here's the beginning of it. I'll be impressed if you get what you want without giving in to the Illuminati.
What?
I don't even know. And then the next one is your body is sexy. And then the next one is you know you are hot. And then the next one is what do you do to get such sexy skin? Okay, so all of those came within like a week, it looks like.
That's what she said.
And no response. It could be either one.
That
I mean,
one.
this is
That
very
one's the most
vague.
difficult to figure out.
The Illuminati has been brought into play finally.
I've been waiting for that. I'm surprised it
Yeah.
took so long.
So who do you think that's? These are getting weirder and weirder.
They are. It's awesome.
We're not making this shit up.
No.
This ain't like the morning shows on the radio where they like make up content. I'm reading this.
We could literally post screenshots of
Yeah,
everything that we're talking
yeah.
about. I'm gonna say that is you, sent to your inbox.
It was sent to your girlfriend from this. We're not going to name names, but this gentleman sent. It was a gentleman.
The Illuminati. So she's
Yes.
gotten where she's
Yeah, she's getting contacted by the
by the Illuminati.
yeah.
That's great.
She never responded though, so we'll give her that.
Yeah.
credit.
I don't know why she didn't tell me about that one. That's
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah, it's from the summer. It's from this year,
Oh
but
my
it's from. It looks like June. So, okay. Here's the second one. It's pretty short.
That's what she said.
Chuck. It's 2 messages about 2 months apart, no response. The first one's just wow with the smiley face emoji, but the eyes are hearts. Do you know that one?
Yes, I do.
And then the most recent one was a couple weeks ago, and it says beautiful ass, which
Oh
is
my
a
God.
nice. I mean, it's nice.
That's not even really creepy. That's
No.
actually pretty. If you're gonna DM, if you're gonna slide into a DM,
yeah.
that's the
At
way
least
to
pay
do
a
it.
compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have a nice ass, then tell them.
Say beautiful ass. Not.
Yeah, it's not even nice. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Whose DM is this?
That sounds like it's yours.
It is mine.
It is.
Now that doesn't mean that I have a better ass than Sarah. It just means that this guy sent, and it's a guy.
Of course.
This is a guy. It's a male.
Have you gotten any girls yet?
No. Oh, there is. Yeah, there is one.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not sure if it's a girl or not. It could be.
From the last segment, if you didn't hear the last time we did this, we ended it with a plea
Yeah.
for some ladies to start hopping into Kenny's DM because it was all guys, which there's nothing wrong with.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
But we just want to mix it up a little bit.
There's some in here that I've gotten recently that are, they look like it's female, but it's not confirmed.
They're tricky.
It could be a transgender situation.
It could be Jason Crave dressed up.
He looks good when he's.
When he's done like a chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason looks good as when he does his drag show.
He's getting all excited.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, here's another one. This could go either way. It's gonna sound like more in one direction than the other of whose it came into, but don't assume anything. Again, because I get all guys too.
Yeah.
So it's all guys we're talking about.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
true. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, beautiful. Would you like to go to a wedding reception with me? I'm sure we can talk and hang out before, but I know we can have a great time. After all, what's more fun than a wedding reception?
That's really
I'm going to let you
general.
pick first, and then we're going to talk about this one because there's some stuff going on here.
Is that I'm gonna say your inbox.
No.
I'm slacking today.
No, this dude asked Sarah to go to it. Now, my issue is, he says, what's more fun than a wedding reception? I hate going to weddings. I mean...
The only thing that I like about wedding receptions is the open bar.
Yeah, the bar, yeah, that's good.
But I don't drink.
But like, yeah, I mean, if anybody, like the last thing I would want to do is go to a wedding.
Especially with somebody that you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this guy literally asked a stranger to go to another stranger's wedding. And he lives in Texas. So it's like, I don't know, is it?
That's bold.
It's unbelievable. So, yeah, so this guy asked Sarah
to go to a wedding reception.
Yeah. It doesn't look like she responded. So I don't know if she ended up going or not. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it as in depth as you did. That wedding receptions are already a little awkward anyways.
Yeah.
You're usually sitting at a table, especially
with people you don't know.
With people you don't know.
And imagine going to, I mean, you wouldn't know anybody.
Nobody.
Who would ask, like, on a first date to go to a wedding?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, to a wedding. Hey, we're going to go somewhere, you don't know me.
Like, people know, like, I'm the guy at the wedding who, it's like, you know, I'll stay through dinner, I'll go to the bathroom, and then you'll never see me again. And as soon as I walk into a wedding, I plan my escape. Like, I'll check the exits. How can I get out?
You're running it like all James Bond.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't. The key to Houdiniing is like you have to plan it because you can't. No one can see you leave.
Right.
So you have to like try to find like a side exit or something, and you can't say bye to anybody.
No, because then you'll say bye to everybody.
Yeah, so you have to just kind of just dip out,
Just leave.
like gone. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, you eat dinner. You know, you give your card, and you know, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like dancing.
Yeah.
So you know, it's time to, I guess, get out of there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll leave before dinner. I mean, it's one of those like I just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's bad. I wouldn't. I mean, not that I'll ever have my own wedding, but I don't even know if I would go to that. All right, here we'll do a couple more. This is it's 2 messages. Only because he had an error in grammar, it looks like, on the first message. So the second one was like,
correct it.
Yeah, it was a correction. Okay, first one. I don't know you, but how wonderfully you are. And then the correction is, I meant wonderfully beautiful you are. Which again, it's nice.
That's a good. See, these are good.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's nice.
That sounds like a straight guy. So I'd say Sarah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This was to Sarah.
I got one.
Yeah. I mean, where do we draw the line? Like, can you?
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Can you tell some? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're a girl, do you read this and get mad, or I mean, if someone's complimenting you and not being fucking weird, could you say like, hey, you know, you're good looking? I mean, is that? I mean, if someone says that to me, I don't get mad.
I know, but like I have seen a lot of the girls that I'm friends with on Facebook. They'll post like, you know, the screenshots.
Yeah.
And a lot of them start off like that.
Yeah.
And then if the girl even just says, hey, or blah, blah, and if she doesn't respond, the guy just gets enraged and starts calling her.
I know, it's like a developing story.
Yeah.
You can watch the rage
He's
build.
like a bottle of pop, and he's just slowly being shaken, and then towards the end he just explodes, and he's just like calling her every every horrible name.
Those are great.
Those are insane.
Because it's like the top one, it'll start out like that one. It'll be like, oh, I think you're beautiful.
You're gorgeous.
And then by the time it ends, it's you're a fucking bitch and all this. But the girl never responds, so he has this whole conversation with himself, basically.
So I think it's the assholes like that make it harder. Like if
they give us a bad name if we want to slide into a DM nicely.
Exactly.
Well, the problem is like nowadays, this is basically like how we're talking to people. Mm-hmm. Because I'll take it one step further. I'll contact people. I actually recently just, you know, I've hired a photographer through Instagram. Mm-hmm. You know, so what's the difference? Like, you know, I send a message. I don't know you, but I could send a message and be like, hey, you know, just what's your rate? Are you available to shoot a show?
Yeah.
So, is it acceptable? I mean, it seems like it's starting to become a little more of a acceptable way to, talk to
Communicate.
people that you don't know, strangers.
Yeah.
Strangers. And on the other end of that, photographers, bands, whatever it may be, if you're putting your work up on Facebook and Instagram, you basically encourage people to message you and try to
absolutely.
hire you.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's the point, ain't it? So,
Yeah.
now I wonder. We'll have to ask Sarah next time, like, if we are gonna slide in there, like, what's
What's the best way to do it?
yeah, I mean, how could we do it without you like blasting it on, Facebook or something?
I think the key is you never use the C word. I can't even say it.
Say it.
Coont. But I've seen these guys use this word, like saying bitch and all that
Yeah.
shit, and then they go into that and they call them fat and they call them all this shit.
When they don't respond.
When they don't respond, or if they're like, listen, and a lot of the times the girl's really polite about it. She'll be like,
Yeah.
listen, like either I have a boyfriend or
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well,
listen,
that's the difference
I'm
we're
just
talking
not.
about.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in dating, or
Right.
I'm not interested at all.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm saying, like, a normal guy, or whatever.
Yeah.
Can I send a message and spark a conversation with somebody
Right.
I don't know
Right.
without being?
I think you're going to be judged right away, but then they're
That's
going
what
to feel it
that's
out.
my question. Like, does the girl automatically like this guy's an ass, like creep, asshole, whatever you want to say, like automatically if you send a message? That's what I'm saying.
Now, what do you do if somebody sends you a message? You look at their profile. Now, if,
Right, you'll do some
some
investigating.
recon. But a lot of these guys too, because I'll see like friends of ours that are girls,
Yeah.
they post it, and I automatically want to see what this fucker looks like.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go and
Yeah.
like now if the guy's Facebook page, if he has no pictures of himself,
right,
and they're
yeah.
all like pictures of dogs
Yeah.
or like sexual innuendos, it's like right away you're a creep. Like there was a girl on my timeline who recently posted the message was hey, and
Yeah.
then this is Vince from down the street.
Yeah.
Don't report me.
Oh
and
my.
and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I gotta look this guy up, and I did. And his name was actually completely different. So his name was like Anthony something, but then in the comment he said his name was Vince.
So that's a situation where
It's a creep, and
Yeah.
his cover photo
Yeah.
was like a camel toe. So
Wow.
then it's a creep. But like say it was your page. I think if you were to slide
Well,
into
that's what I'm
somebody's
saying.
DMs,
So basically, here's the process. We need to get Sarah back in here, but here's what I think the process is. A girl gets a DM, she becomes a homicide detective and starts doing her investigating.
Yeah.
And then so she looks at the profile. If it's like obviously the first thing is going to be if it's attractive or not.
yeah.
So in fact, that's probably the only thing.
Yeah.
If she looks at the guy's profile and she thinks that he's good looking, then it's fine. If she's not attracted to him, then he's a creep. That's probably
it. I think they also look for
Initially.
is girls think so much more in depth than we do.
True.
I think that they're also looking to see they check his relationship status.
Yeah, they'll check more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the detective.
Yes.
They become detectives.
Yes, they do. They should have their own TV.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah. What we should do is we should start DMing girls, and then see. We'll go on Instagram. We'll go on mine. You got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm single, so
It'll stir shit.
we don't want to cause no problems.
Yeah, I don't want to look like a scumbag.
So we'll do an experiment. We'll go through Instagram and we'll just see what's out, find a girl or whatever, and we'll just say like we'll be totally cool and be like, hey, just want to say hey, I like your profile, blah blah.
That's a good
whatever.
idea.
And then we can kind of gauge and see see if they respond, what they're responding, and we'll kind of keep track of this.
Yeah.
This whole thing, and maybe we'll do a couple.
This is like we're getting like really scientific.
Yeah,
we're doing like experiments.
This is important stuff, though. I think.
Yeah.
This is like
I'm curious.
this is like dating. This is how it works now.
Yeah.
So we're really trying to get to the bottom of it.
Or should we make a fake profile? Or does that make us assholes?
No, I want to do. I say we do it real, like, because maybe if she is good looking. Maybe I can go out with her.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll do the whole deal. Like, we'll see if I can actually. Maybe we could find a girlfriend during our experiment,
That would be something.
and then we'll have it all documented, and it'll be like a reality podcast show thing. It could be something.
Kenny's search for love.
Yeah, we'll do that in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We'll start working on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll read another one real quick.
Yeah, let's do another
We'll do one more.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a lengthy one.
That's what she said.
Okay, here we go. It's 2 messages, no response, and this looks like came in the summertime on Instagram. Okay, here it is. If you check this and want to reconnect, what do you say? I'll fly you from wherever you are to go skydiving with me for 1 day, and then I'll fly you back. And then here's the follow-up message. Hope you got my message. I'm proud of you. You're such an amazing person. Can never forget you. So this is a situation where it sounds like it's somebody from mine or Sarah's past,
right.
Like whatever. So this is a whole nother discussion after we do this.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah. These are really tough,
yeah,
and it's pretty cordial.
it's asexual.
It is asexual. A lot of these are asexual.
Now, what does asexual mean? It's
Asexual
like you
means
don't-
not boy or girl, I think.
You don't, or is it the ones that have sex with themselves?
That is, or I think it's that. Asexual means that they can
They reproduce with
they
themselves.
can literally go fuck themselves.
So I'm asexual, basically. Okay. I mean, this is a very forward.
It is very forward.
This is another very specific. Like the other one's like, let's go to a wedding.
Yeah.
And this dude's like
Let's go skydiving.
skydiving.
And I'm trying to think if either of you have ever posted that you wanted to go skydiving.
I don't think I have. I don't recall ever seeing Sarah say anything about
No.
like being a skydiver.
She's scared shitless of heights. Jumping out of planes. I will say Sarah.
This message was sent to Sarah Pop-Tart Crier.
I want to go skydiving too.
Yeah, this is what this guy just offered is
That's an investment.
it's probably $1,000 worth of shit
Easy.
to fly you in and back home and take you skydiving. It's
All in-
gonna cost at least $1,000,
At least-
maybe more.
Yeah.
Now,
Now I'm assuming, because she's from New York, she's from upstate New York, so I'm assuming that
Right.
he's from there. Which there to fly, I mean that could be $400 or $500 just in the flight.
one way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is $1,000 to maybe $1,500
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this came into Sarah, but it sounds like it's somebody that she may have went to school with or something.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other side of DMs is like it's probably easier to send a message to somebody like, okay, we went to fucking 3rd grade together and I haven't
Yeah.
talked to you in 20 years.
Yeah.
But you can always DM and say, hey, we went to 3rd grade together, blah blah blah. So you have they're using the icebreaker of we knew each other a million years ago.
And especially in her her town is a small town. It's
Yeah.
one of those small everybody knows anybody.
Right, right.
Like it's Canandaigua, New York, Finger Lakes. There's
Chuck lives in Finger Lakes.
but they're all connected. Like anytime we've gone home and we've been out at bars or whatever,
Yeah,
everybody knows
yeah.
everybody. So that's a big in to kind of slide in there. Now
Oh yeah, I'll give him credit. Like, hey, take a shot.
yeah, that's a good that's
But these guys are getting very specific with what they want to, which I think it's almost like if the rare occasion that I would even go on a date, which I don't even like that. Like it's,
I don't like the word
but
date.
It's just even the whole whatever. But it's like, one, I don't even know what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
At least these guys have a plan.
Yes,
like they're
'cause-
here. We're gonna go to a wedding or we're gonna go skydiving.
This is the plan.
Like when I try to hang out with somebody, it's like go get a coffee or
Yeah,
something.
what do
I
you
mean,
wanna do?
I don't know what
Yeah.
It's like, do you really want to?
I mean, I've seen girls share a lot of this meme where it says, like, more about guys taking initiative,
Right.
and not just saying, "Well,
That's
where
what
do
I'm
you want
saying.
to go?"
Right.
Like,
and that's how I am. I don't like if it was up to me, it'd be let's go get a coffee, and then at least then you can just have a conversation and
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Because a movie, a dinner. I mean,
I never understood them.
it's-
Like me and Sarah see a lot of movies now, but we've been dating for a while. But if you take somebody on like a first date and you go to you don't talk for 2 fucking hours.
It's coons.
It never made any sense to me. Like the dinner thing, coffee thing, even because coffee's more casual. That sounds.
I rather, honestly, to me, that's the easiest way to, if it's somebody your first time you're ever going to meet up,
Yeah.
and I'd rather do it in the morning or lunchtime, because it's like, everybody's so like, got so much going on, and it's like, one, it's hard enough to find the time to even fucking do anything,
Yeah.
and we're older now, so
Yeah.
it's like, people want to like wind down, go to bed at like 8, you kind of want to be like, chilling by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be out. It's such a hassle. That's why I just don't talk to anybody. It's just like
I'm the same way. Like
it's easier for you guys now. You guys have been dating for a while, and you just like you said, you can go to see movies because you don't got to talk to each other.
Right, but I never understood that. Like, I don't like the word date. Like
It's
it was
weird.
like when me and Sarah first started, or me and whoever.
Yeah.
Like, let's go hang out. Like
Yeah.
it was like let's go do this. Well, and it was usually just like impromptu. Like what we're gonna do. It's not like we're gonna go see this movie.
Right.
But I remember when I was single, girls approaching me and saying stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
well, we can go see a movie. And I'm like.
I mean,
That's to me that's awkward and uncomfortable. Like
It's-
you're not talking. You're
it's
surrounded by strangers.
horribly uncomfortable unless you've been dating for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to worry about talking to them.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to feel like you have to entertain somebody.
Right.
Where you can just
Exactly.
kind of enjoy the movie.
Exactly.
Like I like to go movies by myself.
Yeah, totally.
If I want to see a movie, that's the way to do it. Go see the damn movie by yourself so you can actually watch the movie.
Yeah.
You're going to see the movie because you want to see the movie.
Right.
But
That skydiving one's good though. That's a cool.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is that like girls will be, they'll say not complain, but they'll say like they want the guy to have a plan and blah blah blah. These guys have plans.
Yeah.
So you can't fault them.
We need to get the female perspective
Yeah,
on that.
because we're gonna have to talk about the whole first date, or how do you transition from we've done the DM thing. We need to take it to the level of okay, so we slid into the DM. We've been talking on Instagram.
Yeah.
Maybe we got phone number and we're texting at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so like. We need to talk about the evolution of that. Like, okay, so how does it go from that to meeting in person to
Jumping out of a plane.
to skydiving or going to a wedding with somebody?
Yeah.
But like, we need to talk to a female about like, how do you transition from meeting somebody through Instagram or Facebook
Yeah.
to actually meeting them for the first time?
Like what's their expectations or their standards?
Right. Like, what makes you feel comfortable enough to say, I'll meet you for coffee or something?
Yeah.
And it goes both ways. Like, well, guys, whatever. Guys will do whatever
Yeah.
most of the time.
Because we're idiots.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up this episode. We wanted to wish everybody a happy and safe New Year's. And since I am out of town currently and because of the Christmas holiday, me and Kenny haven't been able to get together to record the new podcast. So we're still determining what that's going to be. So please follow us on social media and we'll give some hints during the week as to what next week's episode will be. Thank you, everybody.